Hello everyone. Today I'm going to explain about the types of evaporator. So basically, evaporation used in chemical process industries can be classified as natural circulation evaporator and forced circulation evaporator. So natural circulation evaporator used for simple evaporations like in open pan evaporator, horizontal tube evaporator, vertical tube evaporator. And natural circulation evaporation, we don't require any external heating element. Whereas in the forced circulation evaporator are used for handling of the viscous scale forming solution. It is provided with an external horizontal or vertical heating element. Vertical heating element. So we will see in detail. Open pan evaporator. This evaporator is particularly suitable when small quantities are to be handled. An open pan evaporator, condensing steam is fed to the jacket for evaporating the part of the solvent. The solution to be concentrated is taken into the pan and steam is fed to the jacket and evaporation is carried out for a predetermined time to form the concentrated solution, and that is discharged through the thick liquid discharge, that is through this blue one. And this is simple in operation. This is about the open pan evaporator. Now we will see the standard vertical tube evaporator or short tube evaporator. It consists of the vertical cylindrical shell incorporated with a horizontal vertical tubes at the lower portion, the central downtake. The central downtake is provided for the circulation of the cold liquor. And thick liquor discharge is at the bottom and the vapor outlet is at the top, and steam and feed are at the left side. So thin solution is introduced to the tube side and steam is fed to the steam chest. And heat transfer to the boiling liquid inside the tubes takes place from condensing steam on the outside of the tubes. So the boiling takes place by condensing steam on the outside of the tubes. The vapor formed will be rise through the tubes, comes to the liquid surface from which they are disengaged into the vapor space. They goes into the vapor space, and from the vapor space it is removed as the vapor outlet. And the circulation of the cold liquor is promoted by the central downtake. The concentrated solution is removed from the bottom of the evaporator, that is through the thick liquor discharge. This is about the short tube evaporator. Now we'll see the long tube vertical evaporator. This long tube vertical evaporator, the feed is at the bottom of the tube, and heating by the condensing steam. Heating takes place by the condensing steam, and it starts to boil up way up the tubes, and mixture of vapor and liquid issues the top of the tubes, and finally it hits the deflector at high velocity. The deflector both, so the role which deflector plays, it primarily separates and breaks the foam. Some part of the separated liquid is is discharged as the product, and the remaining is returned to the bottom of the evaporator. So from the deflector, the vapor goes into the vapor space, and from there it is removed as the vapor outlet. So it is used generally for the foamy and frothy liquors, and it is used in condensing milk and concentrating of black liquor in paper and pulp industries. This is about the long tube vertical evaporator. So in natural circulation evaporator are economic, but they can't be used in quiet situations. So if solution is viscous, the natural circulation velocity is very low. It should be high. In natural circulation, we can't maintain that one. So we need to go for the forced circulation. So the solution contains suspended solid particles and handling heat sensitive materials. These are the situation we can't handle in the natural circulation evaporator. These are the few. They are different as well. So these are the main reason we go for the forced circulation evaporation. So today I'm going to explain about the forced circulation evaporation with horizontal heating element. There is vertical heating element as well. I'm going to explain about the horizontal one. Different equipments are falling film evaporator, climbing film evaporator as well. So this is the heat exchanger. The horizontal heating element is the heat exchanger. The 3 indicates the centrifugal pump. 4 is the concentrating pump, and 2 is the separator or the flash vessel. So the centrifugal pump forces a solution into the to be concentrated to the tubes at high velocity and heated, and it is heated. How it is heated? By passing of the condensing steam. See, and passing through the tubes due to the heat transfer from the condensing steam on the shell side. The solution becomes superheated and flashes into a mixture of liquid and vapor before it enters into the separator. Before it enters, it is separated as the vapor and liquid. The vapor is removed from the vapor outlet. As it hits the deflector, it goes out from the vapor outlet, and the liquid is returned back to the centrifugal pump. See, two-phase mixture impinges on the deflector plate in the separating space, and the vapor are removed from the top, and the liquid is returned to the centrifugal pump. Some part of the liquid leaving the separating space is withdrawn as the concentrated solution. So this is about the forced circulation evaporation with horizontal heating element. Thank you.